Lucy was generally not an impatient person. In fact, one might say that Miss Lucy Clover Luckstone had patience as one of her virtues. That was until anything involving Levi was introduced into the equation. He always made her painfully aware of the passage of time, each ticking clock beat asking her if she would just move a little bit faster. It was mostly because the young private investigator was obsessive about how to spend his time, but that was tangential to the point. The actual point was, of course, that Levi had decided to call her abilities into service once more. This time it was tracking the rest of a tire, likely to some sort of trans-dimensional subspace, which was just great. Because she just knew that when she came back with a conclusive response, he'd be absolutely giddy to get the crew back together, gear up, and dive headfirst into the danger. That boy. Thinking hard about something? Lucy jumped as a voice interrupted her. Kane was interesting to look at. Delicate frame and sharp makeup contrasted by a bedhead of brown hair and a mean smile. I thought I told you to knock. They shrugged. I did. Knock any more and you wouldn't have a door. Lucy sighed. Did you need something? What? I can't just pop in to visit my favorite gal pal every so often. Lucy gave them the blankest stare she could muster. Kane just laughed before laying themselves flat across her couch. Levi call you lately? You two then? Yeah, he's even convinced Asta to get his frozen behind down there, too. He's coming up tomorrow. Any excuse to get the gang back together, huh? They laughed and gave her a bit of a look. What, you enjoying your solitude or something? She grimaced. Ah, just enjoying your time away from us, then. It's not like that, Kane, you just hate hanging around people who remind you that you used to be, They smirked and made a thinking face. That poor, desperate, what was you said that last time? Kane, I remember now. Vulgar. You called us vulgar street urchins, Luce. She slumped. I apologized. Apologies don't count if you don't mean them. She didn't have anything to say to that. Kane stood languidly and walked over until they were looming over her place in the chair. We're a team, Luce, whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not. So get yourself together and get ready to deal with it, because if you hurt Asta again... They left the sentiment hanging. Lucy nodded firmly and held their burning eyes. Kane smiled, this time for real. Good, now let's go get Levi and start solving some mysteries, because apparently this town's got a buttload of them.
It's a magical, mystical time. It's anecdotal adventures.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of City of Mist Kingmakers. I'm your Master of Ceremonies, Ashley, and these are my players.
My name is Cassidy. I'm currently playing Mary Kate, the Rift of...
You can do it!
Rift of... I don't remember what it is.
Arate.
There we go. The Rift of Arate.
Hello, and I am playing Adalaie, the Rift of Nemesis.
I am Sonya. I am playing Jasper, the Rift of Anansi.
I am Juno. I am playing Gay Moon, the Rift of Lamasu.
You're playing Sawyer.
Okay, I forgot.
Come on. You guys have the pictures still, hopefully.
You even still have the tag saying Gay Moon.
Yeah, come on. You remembered the integral part of his character. Remember everything else.
Oh, I remembered the person's name, but not his name. Okay. I am playing Sawyer, the Rift of Lamasu.
And last time we left off, once again, we don't care what's happening in the No! It's fine. Everything's fine. And you might
Totally
know
okay.
we are 2 men down this episode. Help, we're being picked off by a giant eldritch abomination. It's fine.
Called our parents.
Ah,
Ah!
but it's fine. We're still here. And, last time in Solaris, Uriha had kinda sorta maybe kidnapped everyone into walking down the wrong alleyway a couple times, and then let Adalaie try to lead them back to the temple for a while, and Adalaie got them hopelessly lost. And then at the end, Uriha decided to have enough of the games, revealed himself as the Dala for Dana, the Ogre of Chaos, to the surprise of no one, and led them, or at least started to lead them, all back to Falon's temple. So, we pull in to this game with you all still walking back. What you guys up to?
So is there like a reason you're like the chaos guy, right? That's your thing?
Yes, indeedy. Oh no. Technical difficulties. And the second Eldritch Abomination.
Now, I'm upset because I can't get my phone out. Second morning, I don't like you at all. And I'm gonna put
You
that.
just poked me twice with a stick, so I'm not a really big fan right now either. You're not filling me with a lot of confidence that you'll be able to select the next leader of our great continent.
Not our choice to pick the leader of this next continent. So.
That's your literal job description.
Not
Yeah, but we've been bounced
not
from place
choose
to
to do
place.
so.
look.
It's kind of hard to get to know someone when you're not able to choose where you're going very well.
Well, once I have to agree with Mary Kate.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys didn't function back wherever you were from anyway.
We
We didn't know each other.
Yeah, we didn't have to gel that well.
Oh, that's perfect! The chaos is real over here.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, that's like a thing that I'm curious about. Your whole thing is chaos. Is there a reason? Because I know there has to be more than one reason. Because it doesn't make sense just to pin it on one random tribe. Is there a reason that someone would accuse you of kidnapping a boy?
Depends on the boy.
A fellow Kingmakers kid?
I'd say to ruin their chances of being picked.
Yeah, that would make a lot more sense than the theories I was concocting.
Sabotage! The oldest game in the political book.
That would make sense.
I thought that was murder.
There's a lot.
I mean, like, the first tool of sabotage is murder, isn't it?
Nah, that's
Murder is the ultimate sabotage.
a topic.
Sabotage their plans by deleting
Just
them
saying.
completely.
I'm gonna look straight at Uriha and be like, we're gonna be friends. I can feel it for some reason.
That would be
You're tricky, but I feel like we're still gonna be friends.
He winks at you.
Oh gosh. Never a good sign.
just want to apologize for closing for. We gotta do everything in our power to make sure that friendship is not happening.
You gonna sabotage their friendship?
Good luck.
Oh gosh.
Maybe.
I'm with you on this one, Adalaie. That would be a very chaotic friendship.
Did I hear chaos?
Yeah, Adalaie, everything you're saying is just wanting me to, like, be besties with him just to spite you a little bit. I don't
Spite
stand for
friendships.
chaos, but
Fight friendships! The best
spite
kind.
friendships.
Come on, say that like that's good. Hey. We need to keep friends.
I have you know. No, I was about to say something. I don't think I would have been able to finish it with a straight face.
Do it.
Are you going to lie?
I don't know if it's a lie, I just don't think it's the exact truth either.
So
And you've
Not
been
to say
telling the truth this whole time.
I'm a great friend.
An amusing one?
Yes, I can say
Is
that
that more-
with a straight face. I'm a very amusing friend. I don't know if I fulfill the friend checklist very well. Because, I mean, trustworthiness isn't exactly in my wheelhouse.
But you see, they're like friends in levels. Like when you have like
I'm a great friendly
tier
acquaintance.
friends.
I'm a good friendly
Yeah.
acquaintance.
yeah, but like top tier friends, and you'd be like, no, like we'll die for each other. And like mid tier friends, you're like, yeah,
I'd say I'm the
I
life
like
of the
you.
party, but there's like a Adalaie who's in charge of like parties, and I think they have dibs.
Like I'd say Sawyer is near the top tier of friends. You seem like you'd be a fun to hang out with, but maybe not like rely on you to have my back.
Sawyer would look really like happy at that because he's not used to people calling him friend and be like, "Well, thanks, Mary Kate."
Yeah, but what else do you talk about? Do you have anything else you want to talk about or ask Uriha on the way back?
So what's like the political climate here, other than the two prince drama, or include that if
This
you have
drama
more
with the
details.
princes again? What did they start this time? Who punched who?
Apparently, one stole the other's crown.
Oh
Is that what we
shit!
heard?
That's big.
Yeah, we heard that because we were like, it's just a symbol, and they're like, no, it's not. It's like an actual like
Oh yeah, because
possession of power.
you need it to get into their super special vault.
Oh. Is that so?
Don't ask how I know that.
Have you gotten into their secret special vault before?
Once, with some help from
Oh.
some outside magic resources.
Is there still a vault left?
There is still a vault left. I'm not stupid enough to try to take anything from there without the proper artifacts to keep me from getting horribly cursed.
And sometimes you gotta break into something just to look.
Yeah, just to
You'd
say
be
you
like,
did.
"You're
Just to
hiding
say
something.
you did. Yeah, and like make sure there's not anything like super creepy down there.
Mm-hmm. Because sometimes you look at someone and you're like, you're hiding something, and then you're like, oh, you have a vault? I need to look in the vault. I don't really need anything out of your vault, but I need to know what's in the vault. Like, can I just dox you for what's in the vault?
She gets me.
Adalaie.
I can't do nothing. Honestly, I cannot speak in terms of saying that is bad practice.
Like it's proven that one of the princes stole the other one's crown.
No,
There's a
it was an
trial.
accusation. One prince accused the
There's
other.
gonna be a trial, and they
We were
didn't
invited.
invite me. I'm a Adalaie. I'm supposed to be on the jury for this thing. Granted, I've been missing for half a year, so maybe that has something to do with it.
Just
Maybe you should
appear
just
at
show
the
up,
trial
crash
for the
the
first
party.
time.
I am. I'm gonna
Crash
do
the
that.
party.
I'm gonna see if they've tried to replace me. Well, I'm still alive.
Is that illegal?
It's impossible. There can only be one Adalaie at any given time for.
How does that
Special-
work?
Now, I'm not judging anybody because honestly, I have a couple of things. Why'd you live? Why'd you disappear like that?
Well, why I disappeared. There was a door, and I was curious, and there were some dares involved, and I may have jumped through a door that led not
What involved? Des?
a door.
Okay.
And I was curious, and some dares were involved, and
Dares.
I
We
went
went into the
through a
labyrinth.
door. Yes, you've heard of it. That's good. I know
I
you've
think
heard
a
of it. What
couple
am I
of our
talking about?
friends went through there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm aware of that. Because I know Layla and Adalaie.
I'm gonna let
how-
you turn.
We all
turn
went
to
through the door
Adalaie and be like,
together. That's how I
Card
got.
mystery solved.
That's how I got back here so fast. They wasted their cards coming to me to try to make sure that I knew what was going on, and that meant I had the only one left, so I had to jump over. Yeah.
how did the Dallas get chosen?
Do you know the secret thing?
No.
No.
Then I can't tell you.
Yes, you can.
No, I
You're
can't.
just choosing not to.
Yes. But if you don't know the secret thing, then I can't tell you.
You have told
if
us
we
so
do
much
know
secret things.
Yes, but this is one secret thing that I'm contractually obligated not to tell you.
What if we do know the secret thing?
What is the secret thing?
Y'all can do magic?
Yes,
What
that's,
if-
you do know the secret
that's
thing!
the
that.
secret thing.
Thank
yeah,
you.
Of course.
It's because the certain ones can do magic. And you can tell, because every Dolov can only specialize in a certain type of magic.
And there's only one who specializes in magic.
In any
and that's
given
the
one
Dallas?
type, and that's the Dolov.
And is this something you're just innately born with, or are they like, here's this amazing ability?
No, you're born with it. And when the last one dies, the next one will be born around the same time, and then there's a huge manhunt. Sometimes they're born in the tribes, and it's a huge political scandal. Because it's hard to get them to the tribes to Belanarin.
So somewhere out there, this is a party searching for the most chaotic.
Yes, I bet there
That's
is.
the most chaotic thing I've ever heard.
Great! I want to appear dramatically during the voting, during the trial, right when they're like tied. Because without me, it'd be an even number, so they could tie.
I've got an idea.
They'll definitely
you-
tie.
I've got an idea. I can shapeshift, right?
Oh my god. You can
You should be the
shapeshift.
baby Delev, and be like, oh, the tie-breaking vote.
This is perfect.
You could ride in on me as a creature.
Jasper, do not encourage this behavior.
This is the best thing I've ever heard.
I haven't had fun in forever, Adalaie.
This sounds great. Of course, we're gonna ruin it, because I'm gonna take you back to Fallon's temple, and then they're gonna know I'm here. And Alien is nothing if not responsible, so he'll drag me into the court whether I like it or not.
You could just disappear once we're like around there, and we'll be like, oh, we just went wondering.
I could.
I'm all for dramatics.
Okay. I like that. A couple problems, being that Alien can see the future, and he probably knows I'm fine. And in the city. He's not fun. It's really hard to prank someone when they always know what the prank is.
Does he see all the future or only specific events?
He doesn't tell people how much he sees, because he wants people to think he sees everything.
Then
My
just
bet's
stop pranking him.
That would probably freak him out.
Yeah, leave him in
Yeah.
suspense.
The multiple pranks and never say which one goes off.
The biggest prank is not pranking him. He'll never know what's coming.
Every time you see him, snicker.
This is great. I'm writing these down. This is perfect.
Because he'll be like, what is up? Like, and then you'll be like, oh,
But I'm
you'll-
probably
when
going to
you
have to
find
do
out.
some real politics when I get back, because I do have a job that I've not been doing for 6 months.
Vacation time. Yay.
What job do you have as an agent of chaos?
As an agent of chaos. Well, I do represent more things than chaos, you know.
Oh, what else?
Skill.
Skill.
Yes.
Hey!
But,
And infamy.
Oh boy.
oh dear lord.
And infamy?
Infamy.
Infamy.
You know, to be infamous.
Alright.
Skill is also my thing.
We were made for each other. Made to be casual acquaintances.
Yeah. Just their bottom tier friends.
Bottom 10 friends!
I'm glad I found someone who understands that. You don't have to be, like, all the way at the top of the level for me to like you. But, like, I can also make it clear that you're not at the top level.
I know, if I was at the top level of someone's friendship totem pole, I'd be concerned for them.
That's kind of good.
I mean, considering I can disappear for 6 months and only be kinda worried about everything that's happening.
What are the other Dalov's names and specific duties?
All of the other Dalov's names?
Well, the most important ones, you think.
They'd all like to think they're all the most important ones.
Which ones do you think are important,
Surely you're my favorites.
actually?
Oh, boring. Well, of course, there's the Dalev that is associated with the Solari family, highly. Galver. Another Elga of Sun, Duty, and Honor, currently led by Yamunia, the youngest daughter of the Solari family.
What's the name again?
Dalver.
And what was after you said Dalver? There's Sun, Duty, and Honor.
Yes, and currently the Dalev is Yamunia, the youngest princess of the Solari family. A little hypocritical and, like, way biased, but you can't do anything about the magic stuff.
Okay.
It's traditionally the royal family's Elga. And I would consider generally the most important, because, you know, rules the kingdom. Actually. Or at least, they'd like to consider them the most important. I don't know if I agree with that.
And what's the deal with the other?
Athdia, Elga of Victory, Order, and Governance, led by Waishu. Dalev is Waishu currently. Also fairly important considering they run the courts at large. When it's not a case involving the royal families or a huge publicized case that brings all the Dalevs together, they handle the day-to-day. I mean, they're the Elga of the seasons, they're all fairly important. You know, seasons are important. I guess it kind of depends on what you consider to be important. Because they all observe different rules, we all have stuff we do.
Which ones do you like the best?
Yes, Doru. Elga, who is Elga, is Dis. And the Elga of Misfortune, Trickery, in the Dark.
Misfortune, Trickery, in the Dark.
He's great. I'm also a big fan of Ethost, the Elga of Pleasure, Wine, and Artistry. Uriha leads that one as the Dalev. Also pretty cool.
Wait, what was it? Athos is
Elga of Pleasure, Wine, and Artistry.
and the one of Yes Story was the
Ethost.
It's what?
Ethost.
Ethos.
The Elga of Misfortune, Trickery, in the Dark. I guess you could say we align in interests a lot of the time. Not all the
Wouldn't
time.
be surprised.
But some
Like
of
the
time.
physical dark or like the figurative dark?
Why not both?
Fair enough.
Hmm.
I don't know. I only have those two that I like.
It's your least favorite.
How much time do you have?
The one that you hate the least. You had to choose one.
The one that I hate the least or hate the most?
Hate the most. Like the least.
Okay. Well, the two that I mentioned at the beginning, Athdia and Dalver. I'm not a big fan of duty or governance.
Not surprised.
Isn't that chaotic in itself?
And I mean, I'm also not. No, it's all the incarnate. It's boring.
It's really chaotic.
And I mean, there's Samhul, the Elga of Charity, Tradition, and Fertility, led by Zithia, who you're going to meet soon. We didn't get along.
What?
Not like you just kidnapped us from her.
Hey, the first thing I do when I get back is reestablish our rivalry. I have my
Charity,
priorities
fertility,
straight.
What?
Charity, tradition, and fertility.
Tradition.
There's a reason we don't get along.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, her specifically, she's been very chaotic lately, but usually the Elga of Sam Hill and the Dollar of Sam Hill and the Dollar of Diana don't traditionally get along. You know how it is. But those are the ones I generally consider my least favourite. Oh, and it looks like we're just about back.
Lovely.
And you can see as you approach Alien standing next to a tall, broad-shouldered woman in colorful robes. Looks like she has a basket of exotic-looking food in it. And she looks very disappointed. Like a kicked puppy. But also angry at the same time.
Of course.
Do you want me to ditch you guys here and we can do the surprise entrance? Or do you need an excuse?
Mary
Up
Kate,
to
you're
you
doing
guys.
the talking.
I
Mary
like
Kate,
the-
you're doing the talking if you're coming up with an excuse.
Sawyer, come over here.
I'm
Like an idea.
Just gonna straight up blame you guys if I'm being the one that the talking's
Nope,
forced
nope,
on.
nope.
Just letting you know that in advance.
It's either it's either us throwing him under the bus, or
You throwing yourself
We
under
think-
the bus.
yeah.
Sawyer, come over here. I got an idea.
Sawyer will walk over. Yes, Miss
Come over here.
Adalaie?
She's gonna hook both of you by the arms and sort of walk forward.
Both Mary Kate and Sawyer?
Mhm.
Oh.
He will-
I
Looks a
walk
little
behind looking disgruntled. And
Uriha
shaking
will
my
be confused but fade into the background, taking this as some sort of gambit.
Miss Adalaie?
Just honey.
And Alien turns and sees you and goes, "Oh, there you are. You're just about to send the town guard out to look for you."
Yeah, we had a small problem in a blip when Mr. Sawyer over here went running. And Mary Kate went after him and got lost in the city.
Okay, I'm just saying, we probably could have found our way back, but Miss Adalaie insisted that she was able to figure it out.
She walked through those portal things and got us even more
Well,
lost.
you're the one who walked through them first.
No,
I was
it
making
was
sure
you.
Sawyer didn't get lost.
Jasper.
Yes. I had to follow.
First.
I wouldn't have gotten even more lost if I saw Mary Kate chasing me like a madman.
You were the one that ran off. I was concerned that you saw something.
Speaking of, saying something, I see we have a visitor. Which we apologize.
And we'll turn over to you and bow in a greeting and stand up straight. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. My name is Xithia. Please call me Thea. All my friends do. And I brought gifts. What do you like?
Ooh.
Sweet, sour? What's your taste?
You got any spicy in there?
Sour.
I have a bit of everything in it.
I will take sour, please.
Out of character, everyone get ready to write down notes for the cookie.
Yep.
Ah,
Why
Okay,
so sour?
so-
We don't have sour yet.
hold on.
She pulls out first a small black vegetable, roughly the size of a golf ball. So who said more savory, spicy?
I'll take savory.
I like the spicy. You want to split?
And she'll give one to you, Sawyer, and one to you, Mary Kate. This is called a mamela. It's one of our local
A
vegetables.
mamela?
A mamala.
Mermela or
Mo-bala.
Mo-mala. Okay.
Who said sweet?
I
Okay. You have some options. I'll start with canned eyes because everyone likes it. And you've seen canned eyes before. It's the mainland sort of kind of grapish, kind of orangish equivalent.
okay.
And then we have some other stuff when we get back to my temple after I'm finished showing you around. Whole big feast planned, because I'm sure you're going to be starving. Goodness knows Alien doesn't know how to feed people. He acts like he knows everything, but he doesn't know how to make a basic meal. Alien looks vaguely disgruntled, but he doesn't say anything back to that. But anyway, you must be tired from running around. I don't know if I want to drag you off on a tour if you already stretch your legs a bit.
Is tomorrow the court, or?
Tomorrow, yes. And I got permission for that, by the way.
Lovely, thank you.
I would
Hey,
love
are they-
a proper tour before we have to do the whole trial
Of course.
thing.
Well, what do you want to see first? Like, do you have anything that you knew from running around, or anything that you like, big landmarks? What are you interested in?
I'd love to see the artistry district.
Arrow's district, you'll love it. It's very artsy. He takes great care of it. It's a sight to see. The murals by themselves are just worth the trip.
I would love
wish
to
I
do
had
that.
my.
I like
want
to
Mary
Don't
Kate on the
die.
shoulder.
Does anyone else have any suggestions? Anything you want to pick up? Like any things you need? I can pay, of course. You're honored guests. I'd be happy to. When you become a Adalaie, you get so much money.
trinkets.
Trinkets? Just anything?
Honestly, yeah.
Sweet. There are many places to get all sorts. Aju in particular runs some very cool little trinkets that do a bunch of different things, little flying machines. It's very fascinating.
Ooh. Perhaps a keychain to remind us of this.
Little trinkets would be
Right.
nice. Oh, I love trinkets sometimes.
What about you, Jasper? I think. And you, Sawyer? Yes? I got your name descriptions from
trinkets.
Alien when we were gearing up to go get a search party.
I heard there was
Keychain of some sort. Do you know what the keychain is?
Vaguely.
Some sort of souvenir.
We have lots of small little things that you can pick out.
I heard there was a fae by the name of Delta here.
DM searches wildly for.
Did I not have mentioned? I wasn't sure.
I'm gonna turn straight to Sora and be like, way to lay out our hand. Just right out there before we're able to do anything with it.
Both Alien and Thea will get kind of weird looks on their faces. He's more
Oh, boy.
associated with the tribes, and he hasn't been seen in a while, I'm informed.
What is a while?
Occasionally, centuries? It's been a while. There are some rumors every now and then about some things magically happening that help the tribes a bit, but he's not really a Balinaran figure.
I see.
We're not exactly big on Fae here for the obvious reasons. Cades flutters uncomfortably in the background.
I'm gonna give Sawyer the biggest, dude, look, I can muster.
But if you need more information on him for any reason, there are figures of the tribe that come and go, and we could try to find one for you.
Our goal is to try to.
That would be useful.
Oh, it would also be wonderful to have a rundown of your history from your perspective.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm kind of planning on giving you the spiel anyway. I'm surprised Alien didn't, considering how much he likes to talk, but I guess he's more about the future than the past, huh?
Yes.
Well, I'd be happy to tell you, of course. That's kind of my Elga's spiel. Tradition, history, go hand in hand. But I can
Wonderful.
tell you that as we talk, and what can I be? I could espouse about the history of this city so much. I'm fascinated by architecture. I know practically everything about every brick this city is.
That would be lovely. Getting to know it not just from one perspective, but your perspective.
Oh, yes,
as well.
I'm sure. But then we'll head up to Aju's district first, because he's the closest, and that'd be good to do some shopping. And then, are you guys hungry? Because these are just some snacks. We can stop and get real food. Some of the pop-up stands around town are real good.
Yes, let's do it for the cookbook.
Of course.
We've been traveling for a hot minute, so I'm kind of feeling it.
Okay. Then we'll go to Aju to shop for some trinkets, get food on the way back to my temple, and we'll stop by Ara's district on the way down.
Lovely.
And I'll give you a history spiel while we're walking. Please feel free to ask questions, because, believe me, I don't even know where to start. There's so much.
Well, if you have any questions for us, we'll be glad to answer.
Yeah.
Oh, do I? I heard you came from, like, a different world?
Oh, yeah.
That is correct, yeah.
What is it like?
Oh, dear
I can't even imagine.
Hot garbage fire.
It's a real.
Yeah.
We're working on making it better, though.
A garbage fire with real nice tech, though.
Well, that kind of sucks, but I mean, I hope we give you a better impression.
You're doing
Also
a little
far
better on
larger
some
than
fronts,
here.
and then on other fronts, you're like,
Well, on the bright side, at least y'all have magic.
yeah, and they're not killing their planet. So, at least, not that we've been
As we
shown.
know.
Yeah.
Okay, but
We did
starting
have
with
more
your
forest.
questions to me, I can try to answer some stuff about what I know about the Fae, but I'm not that knowledgeable in that area. I do know some, because I've talked to some of the tribesmen who are a little more into it, so, I mean, I know some stuff. But I can also share stuff about, you know, I am Adalaie. If I'm a leader of a religious group, I can talk about the Onala Ergo Pantheon for days and days and days. There's a lot to dive in there. But specifically our city, there's so much. You'd have to ask me, like, questions or something. I need to like, narrow it down.
What's your favorite part
When
of
was it first founded?
Okay, so it's a bit of a shaky date because the city started construction a long, long, long time ago. But the construction was halted due to most of the Sabana being recaptured and then having to escape again. So, like, the exact founding date is a little bit up for debate. The first time Sabana escaped, moved to the corner. Well, first they tried to go get help and then were turned away. And then moved to the farthest corner they could get from any human civilization or Fae civilization, while not treading on other people's territory. That was probably a not fun time to live. But the exact date that it was finished construction, don't know the exact year off the top of my head. I know the era. It was Blood, I believe. Third era.
All right.
What other questions do you have?
How long have you had magic for?
Since we took up belief in the Elganon. In the Elga.
So, Delev just, like, into existence when the...
Well, it depends on what particular thing you buy into. There are a bunch of different theories. Some are a little more where the gods incarnate. Others are where reincarnations or where mouthpieces for them.
I've got
Human representatives of their will.
How bad? Good question. So I noticed there's a statue outside the temple back there, yeah?
Yes, so Fallon.
Fallon.
All of the temples have some sort of statuesque reconstruction. I think it was a project Uriha took on when he first became Adalaie and was of age.
What are the other ones?
Where are the other ones? What are the other ones?
What are the other ones?
Oh, there's a whole big list. But I can tell you all of them. Are you ready? Get your note-taking pens out. Well, there's Haraj, the Onella Elga of Health, Agriculture, and Prosperity. I think you'd like
Health,
Lowen.
agriculture,
And-
and what?
Prosperity. I think you'd like Lowen, the current Delev, for Haraj. Very nice boy. But it comes and goes. He was originally born into the tribes, but he's taken his position into the temple well. Blah, the Onella Elga of Music, Creation, and Marriage.
Repeat that.
Blah, the Onella Elga of Music, Creation, and Marriage.
Does anyone find it funny how like a kind of like mediocre noise stands for like some of the pinnacles of civilization? Like when you say
Yeah.
something is blah, it's not like a good thing typically. But I guess like that doesn't, at least not where we're from.
The name without the accent is Blair.
Ah. I see.
Name with the accent is Blair. Sonya, Beckett, Delef. Oh, she's great. She sets up all the music for like all of the parties. Occasionally, like she has huge group of bards that play music at almost every street corners during festivals. It's great. There's Adalaie, the Onella Elga of Growth, Miracles, and Plant Life. They have a huge park near the center of town. Absolutely gorgeous. That's where I got most of these
interesting.
vegetables from. Not counting Haraj's fields, of course. There's Delvar, Onella Elga of Sun, Duty, and Honor, are led by Princess Eumenia right now.
Who did you say led the other one?
I did. Excuse me, Shennis. Oh, she's just so quiet sometimes. I forget she's there.
Interesting.
Then there's Layla, the Onella Elga of the Moon, Tranquility, and Mercy. Zedal is the Delav for that, and also is fairly involved in the justice system. The Sun and Moon hold equal territory. And then there's Dia, the Onella Elga of the Sky, Justice, and the Stars. Daikiril is the Dale for that one, and they're a bit nomadic. They're part of the tribes, and they were of the opinion that they didn't want to leave the tribe, so they've kind of stuck around in that tent. So the temple has been empty for a little while. Arla, the Onella Elga of the Ocean, Mystery, and Exploration, leads the ports. The Dalev is Neroon. Dear Elvar is the Onella Elga of Spirits, Death, and Winter. And, of course, they're in charge of funeral ceremonies and the like, as well as grave sites. Led by Lysara. She's
Wait, what did you say the name of it was? Can you repeat that?
Elvar.
Elvar.
The Dalev is Lysara, and she's a bit of an odd duck, but you know, she's sweet. She's sweet.
What does Elvar stand for again? Sorry, I wasn't.
Funerals and death.
Spirits, winter, and death.
Okay.
Then there's Milana, Leonella Elga of time, wisdom, and autumn. I think that Adalaie requested to meet with you as well, Leanne. He's an interesting fellow. There's Ayeth, Leonella Elga of rain, hope, and spring. Currently the Adalaie is Kyrithel, but he's getting a bit up there in years.
And what happens when Adalaie is born but isn't of age yet?
Oh, they're taken in by the...
vote?
They're taken in by the temple and raised by the Uralas. The Uralas, in times without Adalaie, is the one who takes over their voting and responsibility. Uralas are trained warriors that are guards and are the second in command of the temples, if you will. It's a big responsibility. Mine is just great. You'll have to meet her sometime. She's a little on the serious side, though I've been informed most Uralas have to be to keep our star lives out of the trouble we tend to find ourselves in. But she's great. You'll love her. There's Iseth, the Adalaie Elga of warmth, life, and summer, led by Pansarat, the current Adalaie, Pansarat.
Warmth, light, and summer?
Then,
You
of course,
said the Delver for that was...
Pansarat.
Pansarat.
Then there's Aju, of course, the Adalaie Elga of the forge, invention, and loyalty. Current Adalaie is Fallen. He is a genius inventor, and he absolutely loves to go on about his inventions. So if you ever have any questions about any of the little bits and bottles you see in his district, most of his scholars love to talk about anything they've invented. There's Dala, the Adalaie Elga of chivalry, warriors, and destiny, currently led by Lady Uriha.
Chivalry, loyalty, and destiny?
Warriors and destiny.
Warriors.
She's the head of the military right now. It goes back and forth between a couple of the Dalevs, share responsibility of the military, but she's the most experienced, so the role goes to her.
Interesting.
There's Dis, the Adalaie Elga of misfortune, trickery, in the dark. Unfortunately, you won't find a district for Dis within the Solaris proper. But, you know, some would say that the whole world is Dis's territory.
Mm-hmm.
Led by Yestru, you'll probably meet him at the trial. You'll recognize him, he's very outspoken about his particular beliefs. There's Gilanis, the Adalaie Elga of good fortune, dreams, and light, led by Lenon. As you can imagine, specifically Yestru and Lenon do not get along. They're a little at each other's throats at the best of times.
Mm-hmm.
There's Athdia, the Adalaie Elga of victory, order, and governance. Waishu is the current head of Dalav, and he's also the head judge, so you'll definitely see him at trial. Ithost, the Adalaie Elga of pleasure, wine, and artistry. Arise districts, very grand. He can be a little flaky at times, no offense to him, he's great, but his art is just something to behold. He's a real
can you
genius.
repeat the Delavier of Athia and Ethos again?
Waishu and Arai.
Thank you.
Then there's Telethol, the Adalaie Elga of children, youth, and family. Verdelev is Sunri. Then there's Benella, the Adalaie Elga of rivers, trade, and freedom. They have a district, but the current Delev, Tiana, doesn't tend to stay there very often, if you might imagine. She likes to explore, get out and see the world. Sal Shiral is the Adalaie Elga of wind, love, and peace. Lestalia currently rules it. Then there's me.
Wait, what was it of?
The Delev was Lestalia.
No, I mean, like, the three things that it stands for.
Wind, love, and peace.
Hmm.
Foul
nice.
Sherelle.
Foul sure ow. So much writing.
Maybe I'll just send you a picture of this piece of paper when I'm done, yeah?
I'm gonna make flashcards.
Yeah.
There will be a quiz.
Oh no.
I will
would
fail.
say
I
I'm
will
running out of
fail.
things to do, but I'm not.
There's me, Mayonella Elga Samho, the Elga of charity, tradition, and fertility. There's Newman, the Ionella Elga of knowledge, logic, and education, runs the schools. It's run by Headmistress Zirel. Gralin, Ionella Elga of war, strength, and secrecy. Yonshi, the other one involved in military affairs, for the most part. I don't know if you'd like him, to be honest. You seem very, particular in comparison to him. There's Inem, the Ionella Elga of storms, penance, and revenge, led by Tessra. They tend to stay out of court affairs when they can. There's Amagi, the Ionella Elga of animals, the hunt, and beauty. They're more associated with the tribe than with Belinarin, so their temple is actually not in Solaris.
Animal hunt and what?
Animals, the hunt, and beauty. They're led by Lyris.
Okay.
Then there's Felgara, the Ionella Elga of flowers, colour, and messages. Led by Unisys. His couriers are all around the city. There's Diana, Ionella Elga of chaos, infamy, and skill. Currently Delebless. Yeah, previous celeb went missing at a party 6 months ago, which is a big security concern at the time. Still is quite a security concern, but what can you do? Hossa, the Ionella Elga of wonder, dawn, and beginnings, is led by Chanel. I'm sure her district is actually right by Fallon's district. They just tend not to go over to each other's districts very often because Falla, Ionella Elga of prophecy, dusk, and endings, led by Elian, they're sort of natural enemies. But I think that's the whole list. Oh, and look at the time.
Prophecy, dusk, and endings. That's it.
Dusk, prophecy, and endings.
None.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it looks like an Aju's district, so shop galore.
Wonderful.
And you find all sorts of little trinkets and flying machines and little odds and ends.
Flying machines? What kind of flying machine?
They're all little tiny things that are powered by these pretty basic motor systems.
Oh. We have some technology. And then, how does it fly? Have like helicopters?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do I find anything resembling a camera?
No.
Oh, you want to? I think I have a purple one in my backpack.
Couldn't hear you at all there.
Oh, you want a camera? I think I have one in my a small one in my bag.
An old Polaroid?
It's a Polaroid is not disposable. Thank you very much.
I want to be able to see the stuff, so yeah, Polaroid would probably be preferable, but
It does take film if that makes you feel any better.
where would we find a dark room here? We'd have to build one. That'd be frustrating. And, like, we'd have to find the equivalents of the same darkroom chemicals and to develop it all.
I'm sure with some experimenting we could figure it out.
I mean, all it really takes for this stuff is
What type of trinkets are you guys looking for?
Tiny.
Good question.
Can I just look around at what would be local?
Everything's local.
Everything? I don't know what they would...
They don't do a lot of trading considering their next door neighbor is Evra.
How about, like, something hand-sewn? Or, I don't know.
There's a bunch of stuff. Most of it is, like, machinery or, like, very low-tech machinery. Basic things and little fancy toys.
Can I find something that makes an array of noises?
Yes, you can find a noisemaker.
Okay. And I want it to have like 5 or 6 different noises on it.
Yes.
What noises do I find, Ashley?
Let's see, you find one of the whirring ones, a drum, a bell. Let's see, that's 5 minimum.
Yeah.
A shrill whistle.
Ooh.
And one that mirrors the croak of an animal.
Now that could be useful if we ever were doing a hideout thing and one that mirrors the croak of an animal.
All of these could be useful. A shrill whistle, like, hey, let's run. Like,
Yes,
That
but
was
for more
also pretty
secrecy,
subtle.
the animal one would be quite useful.
yeah, I'm gonna give it some thought. And like, I'll assign stuff to stuff. But
Are there any journals?
Yeah.
I would like to pick up the journal.
A lot of them have fancy locks on them, because this is the Aju's district, so they're all technologically advanced.
Any storybook?
This is Aju's district, so the marketplace is full of like technological gadgets and metalwork. It's not like you have to go to other districts to buy other stuff.
Any toys that could be conceivably used as weapons in combat?
Oh, this is like you don't have to just look at trinkets or toys. This place is the district of the Forge. This is where the weapons are made and sold. You can find pretty much anything.
Can Sawyer
What
get,
kind of
like,
weapon would Jasper
a
have?
picnic blanket?
Sure. You find a quilt.
Okay.
Are there any clothes around?
Again, most of the fancier stuff you'd have, like, that's not directly related to Aju's sort of topic, you'd have to find in other districts. But eventually, what weapons were you looking for specifically, Jasper?
Good question. Perhaps the shapeshift, perhaps maybe something that could be used on an animal, like as a sort of weapon.
Spike.
Yes, spike. Like
Sure.
what they do for hooves on horses, but like
Yeah, you can find some stuff like that.
that would be useful, you know, for combat.
None of it's really made of blue heart or anything fancy like that,
Still useful.
but lots of pointy
Story time.
sticks that could be just as deadly.
Ooh, fun. Okay, good to know.
Any cushions around?
So would that be added as a story tag, a weapon?
When you transform, use them.
Uh-huh.
Would there be any potions around? Would there be any potions around?
Potions?
Yeah.
No, because potions are magic items.
Okay.
They don't sell that stuff openly. If they sell them
Openly.
at all. Since magic is so limited in Belinaran.
can I roll an investigation check for my surroundings?
Sure. What specifically are you looking for? Cool things? Because you don't need an investigation check for cool things. I'll just tell you.
No, I want to look for shady things.
Yes, roll the
Ooh.
investigation to check then.
Can I say
You're gonna
shady
do
things
write it
and
in your
people
notebook?
just so I can...
Yeah.
That's not amazing, but it's not bad.
Imagine all the tags you can add for Mary Kate for investigation, though.
Oh. That screen froze. We're gonna try this screen instead. Yay! 3 screens in a row!
Welcome to the Eldritch Abomination. That is technical difficulties. It's one of 2.
I've had so many. So I rolled a 4. So for natural, whenever I try. Better, faster, stronger, because, you know, better at looking stuff like that. Everyone trusts me. No one's gonna innately think I'm snooping or anything like that, so they'll have no reason to, like, hide too much. I will do good. We love that one. Woman of the people. I know what to look out for. Wait, is that how many tags I've added, or did I have 4 on my hands already?
That's how many you've added.
That's how many I've added. So I'm up to 9. So I need 1 more. Stop closing.
Hours long forgotten.
Yeah, sure. Powers long forgotten.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ask me your 7 questions. 6 questions.
I just got it up to a 10. Do I see anybody shady?
First, it's not apparent, but you're looking around and kind of examining the alleyways, kind of making sure that none of them are portals before you wander down any of them. That's important. When someone passes by you, and at first it doesn't catch your attention immediately, but maybe like a minute or so later you blink hard and you kind of think, because you're looking specifically for this, and you tilt your head. You can't find the man anymore. You don't know where you wandered. But you don't think his eyes looked like a Salbana's.
Oh, it's
They had whites in their eyes.
Can I pick him out in the crowd and follow him?
disappeared.
He disappeared.
Disappeared? He's gone? Okay, does that count as one of my
No.
my questions?
Because that's vague.
Based on the direction he was going, do I see anything shady over there?
No.
No?
The Algae District seems to be on the up and up for the most part.
Can I bank the 4 other questions I have?
Absolutely. Make a note of them. Like, write it down, circle it a couple times. You'll need it later.
Oh gosh.
You'll need looking for shady things as a general topic later.
Oh boy.
Yummy. Sorry, I don't know why I said that.
Well, around this time, Thea will gather you all up and take you onward. So, do you have any more questions while walking to Rise District?
Do you have like many humans here, or is that like a thing?
I know. No.
Like
There's
no
just up
humans?
down. Not usually, no. Sometimes we'd have gotten a trade every now and then, but that's become less common.
So it's mostly like it's a Salbana only thing, and that would make sense given your history.
Yeah, pretty ice. Well, we used to do a lot of trade with Andrathis, but We have to go to Everett to get there. And borders are becoming a bit more hard nowadays to cross.
Does this party already have blue heart weapons? Like Mary Kate?
Everyone but Sawyer, Layla, Felix, Leo, and Hazel have blue heart weapons.
Okay.
What is Mary Kate's?
Oh god.
Jasper.
I don't know if I named them in my head, so what do you think Mary Kate's would be? And what do you think Jasper's would be?
Oh, I don't know.
Did Sawyer not do that on purpose?
No, you weren't there.
Okay, so
You were part of a different group.
are there any kinds of blue heart weapons here? Or
Nope. Not for sale.
does Sawyer have any weapons?
No.
Then Sawyer will go get a weapon.
Sawyer doesn't know how to use any weapons.
Maybe
Besides,
Jasper.
maybe a gun?
They don't have anything resembling a gun, do
Nope.
they? I think the
Did you
closest thing would be a bow and arrow.
And that's very different, and you wouldn't know how to
Yeah.
Crossbow.
Do they have a crossbow?
Not for sale.
Was that gun Sawyer's or Leo's?
It was
Leo's.
Leo's.
You know, the guy who shot people.
Yeah.
Several people. I'm gonna say that hers is probably something discreet, like a smaller knife or something that she can hide easier, or maybe a blue heart weapon disguised as something.
You could probably have two. You could have a dagger and then a pin of blue heart that can
Yeah.
you press a button and it becomes a little. It's like a spy weapon.
Yeah, that's literally what I googled. I was like, I need ideas, and I googled spy weapons.
Well, we know what Mary Kate likes. Distinct personality there. What would Jasper have?
Question. Don't know. Probably something that wouldn't fall off when he transformed.
So nothing, because nothing would do that.
Lasso.
What?
There's no blue heart rope.
What
It's
the-
a rock.
A spike whipped.
I
There could
put
be
the end of it out
spiked
of
whip.
it. Yeah.
I was thinking of getting a
What?
rope weapon. That's kind of symbolic, but I don't know. That might be a little too much.
You will keep walking and we'll field any questions you might have.
Plus, you can have the whip in your head in your mouth and use it when you're an animal. It'd be terrifying.
So earlier you mentioned that Dinah, the chaos one.
Yes?
Dinah, how do you say it again?
Dinah.
Dinah. They didn't have like a district in all like the city proper. Does that mean they have an improper district?
No, that would be, Yesteru. Yes. This is a lot of darkness, trickery, misfortune. Doesn't have a district.
So he runs the underground here.
Yeah, you could say that, yes. No, that's very impolite.
Has there been a search for a new one yet?
For Dinah? Yes, we generally give it a bit of time before putting out search parties. It's fairly obvious when a new Delev comes into being.
Oh, how? So?
Usually the Elga are very dramatic with their time appropriate and situation. So it will probably be whoever's in the most chaotic situation at the time.
Oh. No shortage of people in chaotic situations.
And you would say, like, do their powers appear immediately as they're born?
When you're younger, it's harder to control your magic, so it's more likely to be obvious.
What happens if Adalaie is not found on the towers?
Well, we'll keep an eye out, but the Oralas will be in charge until further notice.
I see.
Oh, and I completely spaced. Mary Kate, you asked me about humans, regular humans in the city.
Mhm.
There aren't any in Solaris proper because of an incident, but there are all along the border to keep up to manage the runes for the barrier. We don't let them in the city, and generally they're not very welcome in smaller towns either, but they're there.
So are we only welcome because we're
Your Kingmakers?
Yeah.
Generally, probably, yeah.
And we don't fall under their understanding of humans.
fair enough? We do have magic.
I mean, lots of humans have magic.
After
Special magic.
That's fair. I don't know really much about your Kingmaker deal other than what Alien has informed me, and we only had a quick conversation to give you
Even
a rundown.
a little bit more like same magic.
Wasn't that interesting?
similar.
We're still trying to figure out the whole magic thing.
What is with you people and not keeping things close to the vest sometimes? We know that we know that Sobana don't like Fae. Why would we just be like, we have Fae magic? Why does that make sense to you guys?
They like magic, which is interesting, and maybe they can help us understand our magic.
We aren't Fae.
We are
That's
Fae. We
obvious.
just have magic similar to Fae.
I mean, I think that Emma told you all that you're all right now bald-faced lying, because you know exactly where you get your powers from now.
from Fae.
From Fae.
Yes.
Were we there when Emma figured that out? Emma wasn't out of her
No.
body then.
But he told you all through the message system, like, told you Ezekiel was safe, told you
Oh.
they give you your magic thing. You filled in
I
each
said
other.
Ezekiel had a
What
wrist
does that make us
now.
good?
You guys had like a half an hour conversation. You filled each other in
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Granted, 20 minutes of that was arguing, but
Yep.
What does that make us then? If we're a human and we have Fae magic.
As Cade's put it, not quite human.
Yeah. It's not a normal thing.
well, you said you wanted to know stuff about Belinaran history. What questions do you have? What do you want to know?
What was the incident that made you no longer welcome humans in the city?
That's a good one.
Well, it was a while ago. But let me find it in my big book of notes.
You're welcome, Ashley.
Oh, thank you so much. You find the one question that's not on the Belinaran fact sheet that I had prepared.
Well, she was like, an incident. Mary Kate would have immediately been like, okay, what happened?
Fill the silence. Fill the void.
Looking for the answer.
You're gonna sing a song about looking in the notes?
She said fill the silence.
Did you guys see my s'mores earrings?
Yeah.
Oh, those are so cute.
I keep pulling on them because, yay. But
Am I the only one who doesn't have their ears pierced?
I don't have my ears.
I don't have my ears pierced.
I had them once upon a
Ah.
time, but the effort to maintain them was too much.
And
Okay.
slip-ons.
So they are no longer.
food-themed earrings make my life. Hold on, I have them right here. I'm a goblin
Problem
for them.
is that there were multiple incidents.
There were
Whoa.
multiple. Well, she can just give us the list.
Plus
Look at the.
But
I
they're
have
not.
no-
I have to
avocado.
find the one that
Those ones
you
are so cute.
specifically was referring to, like the year it happened.
Okay.
Because she was thinking of a specific one. And I could talk very much around it, but
For the viewership, I love collecting little things that like are just straight up weird. So like I have like baby shark necklaces and like macaroon earrings and popcorn earrings, stuff like
That's
that.
not weird. It's like cute. I don't know. I like tiny things.
So we should like when we chill out tonight, we need to coordinate like what powers we have, and then we should probably come up with strategies and calls so we can function a little bit better as a team.
That's a good idea.
That sounds good.
I found it. Well, it was a long time ago that the original incident happened. It's in
Original incident?
the original one. There have been others,
Oh,
but
lovely.
the specific one that got them kicked out of Solaris proper was originally they came in with a group of mages to set up the barrier. They were going to start it here in Solaris, and well, we hadn't had really humans in the city for a long time, so this was the first diplomatic group of humans seen in Solaris in a while. They tried to take advantage of the position and tried to make some bids for more political power. But unfortunately, Solaris doesn't operate like Evra, and we don't take kindly to people breaking our rules to get ahead. So, they were exiled into the catacombs after they discovered a series of crimes in relation to them.
First, I thought you were going to say executed, but in the catacombs, that's where it was.
So what's in the catacombs?
It is an impossible to navigate labyrinth.
Oh,
Impossible for most people or all people?
is it
You
shift
know
around?
how it's kind of hard to navigate our city sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's like that.
So it changes around.
Yes, we have some very obvious labyrinth entrances throughout the city. They're meant to lure in enemies from the outside. Maybe they think it's an obvious sewer entrance into invading the city, you know? Oh, well, they're lost in the catacombs forever. That was a shame.
Lovely.
Do you have a map of all the teleport?
Oh yes, all the ones in the city are pretty well known. You could probably... We don't map them or mark them for the obvious reason that would kind of ruin the defense. But everyone knows them, so you could just ask.
Because
Okay.
we ran into a few in...
Yeah, we have pretty much one that locks into... Every district has one that locks into another.
Okay.
That's useful. Like a spider web.
Yes.
Good. Catch those unsuspecting invaders.
So if you know a true local, they can bounce you back and forth in no time at all.
Yeah. Any other questions? We're getting close to my district, and it's getting a bit late, so we might tuck in for the evening.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite thing about the city?
Oh, if I could choose! I already expressed my love of Rise Art District, and he has made some gorgeous changes throughout the whole city during his Adalaie, and oh, like the statues, the murals, he's done some colour changes. He's very good at his job. Let's just say that. And of course there's the gardens. I'm a big fan of those. I love to just wander and get lost in them. It's very relaxing, very peaceful place to be. Oh, and the shore side, the cliffs, sheer cliff. It's a pretty long drop-off point that before leading down into the pier, because we're built on a cliffside. But it's a beautiful view.
I might like to visit there.
Oh, we'll have to go on like a landmark highlight tour sometime.
Of course.
What happened to the Adalaie Red Soul?
Well, usually it's handled in-house. There's a reason we have a council of us. It's not unheard of. Depending on it, they might just be executed. It's the easiest way to take care of it.
Yeah.
Because you can't very well punish someone who would be like trying to jail the king for breaking a law.
Yeah.
It'd be a little difficult. You'd either, and you can't, but unlike a king, you can't strip Adalaie of their role. There's no way to do that.
Other than executing them.
Other than killing them, and hope you get lucky the next time. Others will talk, and usually we try every other way before then, but that's the absolute last resort.
I would like to use another, as we're just walking, like in the regular cities, I'd like to use another one of my banked questions to look out for shadowy people, or shady people / things.
You think you see that same guy again, but only for a fraction of a second when he's gone.
And we're getting closer to her district?
Mm-hmm.
Mary Kate, is something wrong?
No, just looking around.
Alright.
So he disappeared again, I couldn't track him in the crowd?
Seems pretty good at vanishing.
Oh boy.
Can I pick up any other distinct features other than the eyes?
Yeah. Specifically.
Oh, the flippy flip!
The flippy flip! Enjoy this regularly scheduled non-advertisement.
Or maybe an actual advertisement. Go ahead and check out the Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, where I've been posting memes and artwork.
And soon
those are
recipes.
You can find us at Anecdotal Adventures on Instagram, or you can find it at Ann Adventures on Twitter.
I can't believe Anecdotal Adventures was taken on Twitter already.
Yeah, it was kind of... I think it was the character limit for the name.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
It's like, that's such a long name! And so specific! It's the reason we picked it!
Well, I mean,
Copyright reasons!
there is a book on Amazon.
There are very limited anecdotal adventures out there compared to any other title we could have picked.
Yeah. But somehow Amazon pops apart. I don't know. Must be a good book then.
I have low hopes. We should look up what the book is.
I'm on it.
I think it's about a guy's adventure or like backpack.
That actually
might buy
kind
the
of sounds
book.
a bit interesting then.
Yeah.
Free advertisement. If you look up our stuff, you might find that book. So I mean, win-win, right? Win-win.
It's 99 cents on Kindle by Randy Bridge.
The man has tanner-looking skin. The specific eye color is this sort of odd lavenderish, whitish thing.
Whole eye or like regular eye structure?
Regular eye structurally. Has white.
What was his name? Tamaki Suo eyes?
Oof. And then hair is black. Kept a little longer, held back in a ponytail.
Approximate height and weight? Can I get that? Kiss.
A little on the shorter side for a guy.
Okay.
And appears kind of scrawny.
So like a non-athletic build.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
The most interesting feature is probably the hint of a tattoo you can get from his clothing. Peeking out from his neck. Looks like some sort of bird.
It's like the male version of no, I'm not gonna say it, never mind.
Now I'm curious.
I think I know what she's going to say.
Go on, Taylor.
No.
Peer pressure.
I just want to make sure that what I'm about to say is appropriate.
Then reason faster.
Just type it in the comments and we'll say it out loud if we think it's appropriate.
Okay. And then can I use one of my banked questions just to keep an ongoing search for him?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll let you know if you see him again.
Okay, down to 2. No. It's okay.
I questioned it.
It's appropriate. Tele mentioned Girl in the Dragon Tattoo. The mention is appropriate. It's an over 18 movie. Not for those reasons, but it's a little. The theme of the movie is very heavy. The theme of the book is also really good. So.
We're not a kids show. If you're a kid, first of all, hi. What are you doing here?
I mean, we accept
By the time we're posting this, you should have school.
Yeah.
It might be winter break by the time we post this, though, so hi.
If it's school time, go do your homework. Do your homework while listening.
Well, listen, like, you can do that. We're not going to say leave, because we don't have enough subscribers to say leave.
Go check out our Instagram, because if you're a kid, you totally have one.
And, like, how did you find us?
Yeah, what are you doing here? Welcome, but, like, why?
Share your story! What rabbit hole did you fall down?
Put it in the comments, please.
FYI, at the time of recording this, we only have 30 subscribers. So maybe in the future we'll have more when we're actually posting this episode far, far in the future, because we record these in bulk.
Yeah.
Tangent aside.
Yeah. We're very intriguing.
You arrive at the Temple of Semo. It has a male figure in a book, carrying an open book with a large, heavy cloak of a statue on, with some very odd-looking scarage in the statue. The temple itself is very warm, very inviting, a little busier than Alien's temple.
Say it out loud. Say it out loud.
Say it out loud, or it's not on the show. I can't.
Say it out loud.
King David?
Is your guys' running theory that the Elgar all correlate back to your guys' Fae rifts things?
Yes.
I mean, it kind of works.
We don't know.
Does it really, though?
And you don't
Well,
know.
the 2 statues that we've seen work.
Oh, God. It's a Parthenon.
Pantheon.
Pantheon.
I'm sorry, not Parthenon. I'm sorry.
Parthenon.
It's all good.
Parthenon isn't a word. Parthenon's building.
Yeah. That would make more sense. Well, actually...
More sense than a non-existent word.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I see anything shady around here?
Is you using another question, or is this part of your ongoing spot the man? Where's Waldo?
We'll say it's ongoing. Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo? Where did he go?
No.
Okay.
You know what? This guy's name is just Waldo now.
This guy's name
All right,
is
I
not
guess I have
Waldo.
to call him Waldo.
Can he have the glasses and the striped shirt too?
No.
Dang it.
I'm imagining a brunette Tamaki Suo. Like, I don't know what you
Why Tamaki?
Because of the lavender eyes. I don't know. And I mentioned it earlier.
I don't think he looks that good.
Tamaki doesn't really look like a scoundrel. Just saying.
Plenty scrawny. It's fine.
But Thea leads you into the temple. There's a warm smell of, like, good smelling food that hits your nose. As I flip to
hungry.
tonight's dinner menu.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Can we just ask about everything on the menu systematically?
I'm gonna tell you
jealous.
about everything on the menu.
Alright, I'm getting typing.
most of it is based in rice and with the momala vegetable from earlier cut and crushed in.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
that
is.
sounds
Did it take you?
so
Did the
good.
kiss kiss fall in love comment completely go over your head?
The thing is, I was like,
Okay.
Yeah, think that.
Copyright issues.
so is like the mamala like mashed in? Is this like a red
No,
bean and rice scenario, or
It's like a chopped up vegetable. It's chopped up very stylistically to make like momala flowers out of the vegetable slices.
I love that so much, but I hate the fact that I'm gonna have to do it now.
Again, are you ready for the worst thing here?
No.
No, is it gold or something?
Shh.
Okay.
Does it
Oh
glow?
gosh.
Okay, but I already have gold luster on the way, so come at me.
Oh, you were prepared.
No more
It is a glowing white, clear, translucent mushroom.
I knew
Glowing,
it.
Glowing white, translucent mushroom.
Wait, what does it taste like? Because we can still make this.
But because it's translucent and it's chopped up, it blends in with the rice, so it's practically invisible.
Onions. Just onions. Because I'm...
Well, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
like
we could
sauteed
make.
onions would be perfect.
Oh yeah, you're right.
If it tastes like onions at all.
I'm sorry, it's just like
They don't. They taste like mushrooms. They taste like regular mushrooms.
Okay.
okay.
You could still
Take
use
the
white
onions
mushrooms.
and dip them in mushroom, right? So,
Okay,
and,
but
like,
I'm
saute 'em in
like,
that. I don't know.
you could do mushroom molds with flavorless jello.
And to
I was
describe
thinking you
what
could use
momala
rice
tastes like a
cake.
bit more, momala is like a spicy pepper in taste.
Okay.
You could use like rice cake.
And throwing you a bone,
Flavor
momala
it.
is also like a pepper in texture.
Called it.
It's crunchy.
The only thing we can't use is glowing. I mean, we could do that, but that wouldn't be super safety.
Just saying, Mountain Dew, Starburst, and some baking soda, you can make your food glow.
Really?
Really?
Wait, what?
I don't think I want to eat that. Okay.
Mountain Dew.
Starburst
But
and
it's a rice dish with those two vegetables mixed in, as well as the meat of something called the what was it?
I'm gonna
I lost the page. The Westral toad.
Toad meat. Does it taste like beef
It tastes good.
or chicken?
Yeah,
doesn't-
toad and frog taste like chicken. So
Yeah, it's more close to chicken than beef, but it's not
Okay.
it's not quite a frog equivalent, like in texture. Like it's a little chewier, a little thicker.
chewier than frog, but still with that chicken taste. That quick snap muscle fiber taste.
Yeah.
And that was our cooking corner.
Yep.
Eventually we'll have a cooking show on this channel, and won't that be fun?
I'm all for it.
That would be
Definitely.
good.
And then we have to dress up as our
see
characters.
the comments for the episode whenever I talk about food, because it's always theories about what they're gonna do with the actual recipe for the food, and it gives me great joy.
We already have pie.
We have a pie. We have two desserts. We have a pie and a scone.
Yeah.
We have to make like an actual food now.
And give me those recipes. Once again, they'll be on Instagram.
But it's as you guys eat and get ready for bed and go to sleep that we will pull away
Ooh.
back to Earth, where
Did I keep the song?
a man gets off an airplane. Excuse me. This man is Aster Fielding, and from the slump in his posture, anyone could tell he was having a bad day. From the bags under his eyes, a bad week. From the pallor of his skin, a bad year. And from the limp, cane, and eye patch, perhaps one might even go as far to say, a bad life. But Aster was the sort of person who really didn't care what you thought. He liked his late nights, he enjoyed shopping for ridiculously elaborate and slightly humorous cane and eye patch combinations, he hated the sun, and he'd just been on an airplane for 12 hours, and you expect him to have good posture for all that time? Mm-mm. Levi was waiting to pick him up in an old rental car. Kane had already claimed the front seat with an obnoxiously childish glint in their eyes, so Astra clambered in next to Lucy, pressing himself against his door, leaving as much space as he could between the two of them. He put his bag at his feet and left the space open. Kane turns to face him with a huge, sharp grin. "You're ready to be part of the Scooby Gang again, Asta," he shrugged. "Only if I get to be Velma." They laughed, fuller and happier than any other time. "Call dibs on Fred. Levi's deaf, Daphne." Levi raised an eyebrow. "Does that mean you're gonna try to woo me? Always, pretty boy?" Lucy leaned away, making the gap between them wider. She didn't add anything to their conversation as they began to drive off. Just a silent shade in the corner. Why was she even here? Levi shifted to work mode sometime into the drive and filled Aster in on all the details. Missing bus, creepy town, weird college, memory shenanigans, the whole 9 yards. Kane passed back pictures of all the missing people, presumed lost to some magic nonsense. While Kane and Levi flirted endlessly, Lucy and Aster flicked through the files in silence, both studiously ignoring the other. Aster hated how aware of her he was. He flipped through the preliminary backgrounds. For such an odd and childish person, Levi was surprisingly thorough. Each face had names and personal history, a basic background check, theorized abilities, and the timeline on their awakening. Any notable contacts were tagged and got their own files, not to mention the town's prominent figures' own personal profiles. Oh, the things you could accomplish when you literally had more hours in the day. It was one face, though, that he stopped dead in his tracks. Oh, he knew him. And with that, Kingmakers episode 25, Early, comes to a close. I've been your MC, and we will see you all next time.